Thousands of pounds worth of very valuable film is constantly being handled here with the greatest care and delicacy by experts who know their job from A to Z.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to talk about a plugin called dehancer Pro. They've hit us up and asked us to review their product in exchange for a full license. Let's get right into it. Before I proceed and dive into this plugin, why do you need dehancer Pro? In my opinion is, if you have a powerful computer, you're able to afford this, you like photography, videography, you're into retro, vintage videos, crime, mystery, dehancer Pro is going to help you sell that effect in your videos. Yes, it's a bit pricey, but considering all the features you get, it's not a bad price. Also, I believe the price will go up over time, so get it while it's still affordable and you'll still be able to get your future updates. And if you do consider getting it, use my promo code to help the channel out. Here we have this video. It's a 1080. It's clear and sharp. We're gonna try to emulate it into film. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and create an adjustment layer so we can work non-destructive. Go ahead and apply it to the top. Go to your effects, look for film emulation, and drag it on top. Now when you drag this, all the features are going to be turned on. I would suggest you go and disable them, just so you don't exhaust your computer, and you can just choose the things you need as you go. Once you disable all of them, go ahead and save this as a preset, and then you'll be able to apply it next time without those features being turned on. So here we have the input, which is your color space, what you shot this in. By default is Rec 709. If you shot this in a different camera, go ahead and choose that. Once you choose your camera, you can also fine-tune the exposure a bit, the temperature, and if you enable this, it's gonna help with your chromatic aberration, but enabling this will also affect your halation and bloom. Also, before you apply this, make sure you correct your video, such as denoising and color correction and anything, before you apply the dehancer. Here we have film developer. Back in the days, films will be developed accordingly. So there were different types of developers, such as solvents, liquid, powder, dilutions, and each had a different task for it, such as if you want to minimize the grain for detailed images or enhance the sharpness. That's how they would get their results back then. So Now we just have sliders. This was considered a very important step back in the days. Let's go ahead and enable it just for this purpose. And let's just boost contrast a little low. Okay, next is the film. This is where most of the film stocks are, and this is technically the heart of dehancer. And a lot of famous movies have used these film stocks. And the most popular ones are the Kodak Visions. Each number represents a different type of lighting scene. You'll use it accordingly if you're indoors, outdoors. Film compression, it's going to compress your highlights without affecting the tonal range, color density. You can see it's just affecting the whites, the highlights. Leave it there. The expand, it's going to affect black and white points. Also, if you come here to the monitor section and you enable the clipping, this will help you when you blow out your whites and black. It will show red and blue. You'll find yourself coming back to the expand and film compression a lot once you start enabling some of these. The print is basically turning the negative into a positive to scan it for digital purposes or projecting it. And here we have the famous Kodak 2383. Color head is if you want to get artistic, this is where you would do this. If you want to get different types of tints, or if you want to slide them all together. The film grain. This film grain is not just an overlay. It's actually interacting with each frame. And if you go to custom, you can always customize the size of the grain, the amount, shadows, highlights, and also has film resolution, which if you apply an overlay, a grain overlay on your footage, and the video is still gonna look sharp and clear. So this right here will actually dehancer your video. Halation is, it makes your reds sort of bleed, and you can see this here. Let's say you can see that effect right there. You want to do this very subtle. You don't want this too much of the halation. Bloom is just like a glow, old school glow, and it's gonna make your video a little bit gloomy, glowy. And you can see that here. Film breadth is a change in exposure, contrast, and color from frame to frame as the film moves. So sometimes you'll notice that in the sky, the sky will be like dark blue. Suddenly it'll become a little light blue, and so on. You'll see different types of blues in the skies. That's film breadth. Gate weave is just a sudden jitter of the camera, like the frame. You'll see the frame sort of jiggle like this, and that's how you would get a film type look video with just a couple sliders. I'm not a professional on this subject. I'm not a professional color grader. This plugin definitely helps achieve some cool effects. Just a while back, before I was offered this, I have a page where I'm able to get like all the new plugins and stuff, and I saw dehancer and I thought to myself, I was like, why would I want to make my video look less degraded? And now that I've got the chance to try this, I can understand why I would. It just gives it a very nostalgic look, and it just brings back memories from when we used to watch movies as kids. Now we're able to emulate these movies into our video at a very affordable price. because film takes time and it's not easy to develop a film. In my opinion, dehancer Pro, it's pretty good and I like it. Just make sure you have a good computer if you want to see the effects right away.